You're a former Dolphin. I know you said you watched the Dolphins-Bengals game the other day. What were your thoughts on that Tua injury and the situation he's been in now since his first head injury?
Well, first I have to admit that I was a little ashamed of myself because I was watching the game, you know,
Mhm.
and when I played, like in practice, if that happened in practice, right, move the huddle up 10 yards and let's keep practicing, you know.
Mhm.
So so when I was watching the game, it happened and my mind went to move the huddle up and let's keep the game going, you know. But it wasn't
Mhm.
until the next again, I'm ashamed of myself. But it wasn't until the next day where I was doing an interview and someone asked about the game, and then it kind of hit me that the whole country just saw someone get knocked unconscious, and that's like a jarring experience for a lot of people, you know.
Mhm.
And then it forced me to like, okay, like put myself in a different look at it through a different perspective, and it brought like a lot of things up to the surface. You know, one is that I have a 12-year-old son who really like wants to play tackle football.
Mhm.
Um, the other was I played, you know, 20 something years of tackle football. You know, it took a lot of hits. You know,
Mhm.
and then also the game that I love. You know, thinking like, how is this game gonna thrive and survive and still honestly deal with the reality of what's going on?
Mhm.
So I think but I think it's great that that we're having to have the conversation and that we already see how quickly the NFL has moved to take further steps to better take care of the players.
Mhm.
So it's cool.
Yeah, so you're saying back in your day, I mean, it was back in like the smelling salts days, right? Like someone would get a head injury, that's all they did, and you were back. So there wasn't really that warrior mentality was the thing. Like you would have never thought to going up to him and been like, "Hey, man, you should probably take a play off here and figure out what's going on."
Or it was like how to like I remember like the last time I had to like miss time for an injury. It was like
Mhm.
I was concussed. You know, I was concussed and I had a neck injury and I couldn't use my right arm, you know? And I was
Mhm.
so frustrated. I went like the only thing that kept me from going back on the field is that I couldn't use my right arm. If I could use my right arm, they couldn't have kept me on the sideline, you know? They would have had to like buckle me to the bench, you know?
Yeah.
And to me, the deeper, like edgy question underneath this,
Mhm.
is that I think part of the backstory is Tua's reputation is he's not durable enough to warrant the next contract or to be the NFL quarterback.
Mhm.
And no one wants to like it's difficult to really sit with that reality, because the
Mhm.
reality is he does have a difficult time staying healthy. And it's like, what's the hurry to come back when there's a good chance it's probably going to happen again, you know?
Right. Like that when he first got dinged up in that Buffalo game the week before Cincy, and he came back in. They said it was a back injury, whatever. Like as you said, he's probably sitting in that as a player. You're probably sitting in that locker room, going like, "This is a big game against the Bills. I really got to prove myself. We've had a good first couple of games. There's that pressure, right, to come back in and be like, I'll be fine, right?"
Oh, I'm telling you, like I was in a situation where this is where I kind of think I feel in my career where I like kind of broke, you know,
Mhm.
is my rookie year. I had a bunch of expectations and ended up having a bunch of injuries too. So I missed a bunch of games my rookie year, and then I come back my second year and I'm killing it. We get to
Mhm.
week 10 on my 1,000th yard. Literally on my 1,000th yard, I break my ankle. You know,
Damn.
and so I'm sitting in the locker room and the doctor comes and he tells me that my ankle is broken. And that feeling of like, I was just starting to prove people wrong, all this, and it was all over just like that. And there was nothing I could do about it. Man, that's
Yeah.
when I was like, I gotta find a different, I gotta find a different line of work.
Because yeah, Tua's probably in that locker room going like, "I'm fine. I can walk around. Like I'm okay. I can get back in there and do this." When the right thing is to just sit back and take a couple weeks off,
Yeah.
let the body heal.
Ooh, that's tough, especially for a young man. And
Mhm.
as a football player with the warrior mentality and teams do, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Hey, sports fans, if you want to see more conversations with athletes and stars, check out these videos right here and be sure to subscribe for more from USA Today Sports.